Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. I'm doing good. I'm just relaxing on this Saturday, enjoying a couple days off. And I wrote 5 pages on this just now. And let's get into today's topic, shall we? The topic for today is going to be called Know Thy Enemy. So, know your enemy, okay? There's a good question out there. Should a Christian really be going down all these rabbit holes? As a Christian man or woman, should we be, you know, giving room for such ideas and crazy things, of I mean all of it, all the bad stuff, all the crazy stuff that we just been seeing recently in the files and everything like that, etc., and more things. And so should a Christian really be going down all these rabbit holes? My answer to this is a bit unique, okay? Um, if your goal is purity and protection throughout your life, I would recommend that you ignore such rabbit holes of wickedness. It's not going to be the end of the world if you don't look into it. Either way, no matter what, like even if it was me, like it's not the end of the world without it, okay? So that's the thing is if you want to protect your peace and you want to guard your heart center and you want to protect your eye gates and your ear gates, then yeah, don't pay any mind to it. That's fine. You can live in your own world and that's okay. And maybe through protecting yourself with that, you're protecting others, like the people around you. And maybe that's your path, okay? But if you're like me, like how I currently am, not how I was when I was younger, but if you are like me, a warrior for Christ, a man, a provider, and a protector, then I say that all knowledge can be applied in some way, shape, or form. Any type of knowledge, especially this, because we're not familiar with how these people truly operate. We don't live and act and talk how they do. So to learn about them, now we can understand, oh, this is how the enemy operates. And now we can easily identify them and such, and keep them away from us and our loved ones. Okay? So for us, it is very important to know thy enemy. We need to know how darkness currently operates, who, what, when, where, and why can all be used for us to properly categorize these sickos so that we can now deal with them accordingly. This gives us a huge advantage over them, unless they have studied us as well. In that case, we would at least break even and not be at a disadvantage against them. This one particular problem arises, though. Actually, there are a few issues that arise. Number one, what about people would say, well, what about protect your eye gates and your ear gates? What about protecting that? And that's why I said that's why I opened with for some people it's better that you don't go down this path, okay? But also number two, sometimes those with a traumatic past get triggered, anxious, and fearful from some of the more intense and grotesque situations that we read about pertaining to such things as satanic ritual abuse, sex slaves, being used as a 24/7 blood bank for adrenochrome, etc. And then the third issue that could potentially arise is that some believers, no, check this out. So the third one is some believe that even just talking about, watching, and hearing about these things opens doors to negative energy, potential future situations that could be bad and catastrophic, and or in some rare cases and rare instances, it could even invite spirits or demons. Okay, so with those three things, we have to watch out. We have to tread lightly, carefully, move cautiously, step on eggshells, walking on eggshells. All these things, man, apply them. So as far as I am concerned, this should be taken into account on a case by case basis. Like I said, it really does depend on the individual here. Some would do best to avoid it, all of it entirely, so that they can maintain their peace in their own little bubble that they call life. That's fine. I'm not even trying to be condescending. I'm just saying they want to protect their peace. And if they can protect their peace, they believe that in turn it will benefit those around them as well. On the other hand, a good amount of us men and women can and will actually benefit in various ways from knowing all that we can when it comes down to our modern day villains. They are our actual enemies, our only true enemies. It's good versus evil. That's what it boils down to, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? We are not perfect or perfectly good by any means. However, we are clearly on the team of love and light. They are just as clearly on the team of evil and darkness. Since we don't live, talk, walk, think, and or act like they do, it would put us at a disadvantage to remain in the unknown. This is why it is in our best interest to learn about how they live, talk, walk, think, and act on the day to day. This teaches us how to successfully identify, isolate from, and protect our loved ones from such monsters. Not only do you need to be competent physically, but you must be sharp as a tack mentally as well. Emotionally and spiritually, we can be pure and innocent and couple it with a little bit of growth, and we can flourish in those particular categories. However, physically and mentally, we must always be training, advancing, and reaching new levels. If we truly wish to find continuous success in those areas of growth, physical competence is vital. I have been training mixed martial arts since August 2021, off and on. Off and on mainly due to financial issues, car issues, housing issues in the past. It was always something that was taking me out for 6 months, even for a year, 14 months, whatever. And it's killing me because I should be like 4 years in the game, 4 or 5 years in training. But instead, I only have 2 or 2.5 years of training ever since 2021. So it's like, what? So half the time I've been training, like 60%, and then 40%'s been wasted. And that is so stressful. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm doing whenever I physically could go to that gym, I did go to that gym and I do, and I'm going to go back, you know? I recommend this to all of you. If you're not into an MMA gym, just go to a normal gym. Just get in some good shape. Eat clean, you know, do these things. I recommend this to all of you, both men and women, you know? But if you're going to get into mixed martial arts, kickboxing or Muay Thai, then no-gi or gi jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and then freestyle wrestling or Greco-Roman wrestling or whatever. Just wrestling when you're going to an MMA gym, just learning basics, you know? Find a local gym and get to it. But this video isn't on that, though. I wanted you to have that same hunger, but to apply it to the desire for knowledge, okay? This will allow you to advance mentally. Knowledge is power, but consistently applied knowledge is wisdom. In conclusion, if you can handle these rabbit holes, if you can handle such dark truths, then do it. Dive on in. Learn about their depravity and true wickedness, for it serves as a direct example of what can happen when one is exposed to the complete absence of God, a truly godless society of heathens. Okay? Allow this to strengthen your faith, your unwavering belief for an equal, or actually an even more powerful force of good that counteracts these deplorable acts of godlessness. So, in conclusion, know thy enemy. That's all I got in this one. Until next time, stay safe, be blessed, and live lavishly. Thanks for stopping by. Feel free to leave a like, comment, share, or subscribe. That would be great. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for stopping by. And until next time, I love you all. Peace.